Welcome back, everyone. This is Zade, and I am back on the Too Crafty modded server. And today, I keep stepping on our crops. I don't know what it is. Gonna start off by catching you up on some things that I have done in between last episode and today. I have been streaming, testing out, seeing how much I like it, enjoying it so far. And most of the streaming I've been doing has been from this server because there's still plenty to do here right now. So if you're interested in checking out some streams, feel free to join me on Twitch. The link for that is in the video descriptions and on my channel page. I'll be streaming. I am not sure on an exact schedule yet, but still working that kind of stuff out. So there's been a little bit of stuff that's been done. We're going to catch up on that, and then we're going to get to work. I guess first, let's show you this. I got an enhanced portal set up. I don't have a dial device going or anything, so all that is in the portal modifier is the upgrade that allows me to actually use it as a special portal, which I always thought having this for something that you have to have this for anyway seemed kind of redundant, but alright, whatever. So all I do is, you put in a code for your base, that's mine, and if I walk through, it'll take me to the next one in the circle that has that exact portal link. So you can see this portal here is the same. So it takes me here. This is my spawn house, and if there were another portal, like a third portal, if I went through this, it would take me to that portal instead, and it would just loop through them until I got back to the beginning. There's only 2 in this series though, so if I walk back through there, it'll take us back to our base. But let me just show you around spawn. You've probably seen this in some other people's videos. If you're watching others, if you're not, you should be. We have a new neighbor since last time. Paisley moved in across the street here from us. She's got a neat little place going on. She's done a lot with carpenter's blocks. And I'm not sure what all this is from. Some of this is twilight forest wood and some different things. But she's got a nice looking house. Spawn's getting a little bit grown up, if you will, but at the same time, a lot of people are moving out on their own, finding a nearby base. Apparently we've got an XP shower going on. Just some random things. I just wanted to kind of show you the portal though. I haven't been back to spawn for a bit. Still trying to get set up in our new area. So we're going to go back there. I don't know who put these statues here, but I mean, they're of me, so they look great. Let's just go ahead, shoot back over here to our base, and you can see there's kind of a structure right there. We're going to show you that, and we're going to show you my new furnace setup, and I've been working on Tinker's Construct, trying to learn a little bit so we can get farther on that. So this right here is my new furnace setup, and basically what we have right here is a redstone furnace, which is just like your normal Minecraft furnace, except that it is powered by power instead of just putting like coal or lava. You'll see there isn't actually a spot for it. Instead, you burn fuel of whatever kind and create power, and the power, which is right here, this RF redstone flux, I believe it stands for, cooks your stuff. And the big benefit about a redstone furnace versus a regular furnace is, I'm sure you're all familiar with how fast a furnace burns, but if you notice, and these work just the same way, like I can put it up in a hopper, it'll unload down into here. See how fast that's cooking, just like cooked, 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 cooked. It cooks way faster than a regular furnace, so you can sit down here and you can just see these potatoes just flowing through. So it cooks way faster, which is awesome. And this here, the sag mill, is just a grindstone. We showed these off already. If you just sit there, and on these you have to sit here and turn the crank, and eventually your ore will break down and you'll get 2 instead. This does the same exact thing. However, every time you do it, of course it does it by itself. You don't have to sit here and hold the button down. It also has a chance to get, like, this cobblestone all came out of ore, and some ores even have a chance to give a second ore randomly throughout, so you'll get like 2 iron and a cobblestone and maybe one other thing, which is really cool. So you get some extra there. And then what I have in the middle here is a lava generator. It was just the easiest thing to come up with. And the way it works is I just take a bucket of lava. You can see right here is empty right now. It's mostly full on power, but I can just take a bucket of lava, right click on it, the lava goes into here and it gets burned, and every time this timer runs out until the lava's gone or this fills up, this power bar fills, and then it just directly goes into the furnace or the sag mill, so I can just power both of them by sticking lava right there. Still haven't lit this area up. That's something we need to do soon. But that's my little furnace setup. I just wanted to show you, like, it used to be this kind of Stone Age thing, and then we've kind of moved into the future technology. Just put stuff in here. Eventually I'll actually get it set up better once we get it moved inside wherever, so that you'll just put in the ore and it'll automatically go in, get broken down into more pieces, and then it'll just feed from that directly into the furnace and cook, and we'll come out with our finished product there. But for now, that works just fine. So let's take a look at our house, is what this is going to be. If you remember last time, we just had a big hole right here. We had a turtle digging that out. We're going to use turtles some more, but not just yet. Let's come over here. I think is going to be the best view. What I'm going for here is this is going to look kind of like the basement of the house. You can see from here there's a back door which comes out onto this kind of little covered patio area. This is almost all made with chisel. This is all this kind of gray, light white stuff is marble, which I've used chisel to make look a bunch of different directions, except not directions, a bunch of different ways. These are just colored wood planks. You make these with a paintbrush. I'll show you that later. But you basically just craft them in a window with a paintbrush and whatever colored dye, and you can dye oak wood to be basically any color you want. And then I have just some little like carpenter's blocks with marble stuck into them to get these posts. And yeah, so that's kind of what I got going on from down here. And then if we come up on the hillside, you're going to see this layer sticking out just a little bit, and then we're going to have at least one more floor, kind of the entry floor from up here, that will go in, and then we'll put a roof on it, maybe make it a little taller, I'm not sure. I'm using great wood planks for the floor. I really like the look of them and they go pretty good with this. And I also got set up some carpenter's block stairs that I just used to make sand so that you can run up and down the hill without jumping. The doors are carpenter's block doors. I've used those before. We'll use them more, don't worry. And I've just got a couple different types of marble stuck in the top and the bottom to show this pretty cool thing. I really like the way it looks. And yeah, stairs. The stairs are made out of great wood logs and carpenter's stairs to get the log stair. And I believe this was some kind of marble that I used to carpet them. I'm pretty sure it was marble. We need to get these torches replaced with some other stuff, but in order to get the other stuff, mainly what I'm using, these are lanterns here. You can add dye. You can see the candle right in the center there. That's the default color. You can add a dye to this and change the candle to whatever color you want, but I was just testing them out back here. But they take, I don't have one on me, they take glowstone and gold, so I need to farm some more of both of those, and then I'm going to try different lamps around to get set up. So that's, and then these are just chiseled oak planks. We'll mess around with a lot more with that later as well. These are open block pathways. I can't remember, the pattern's pretty simple. I think it's a smooth stone and a cobblestone or something. Let's see. Yeah, so you put in one stone, one cobblestone, and you get two of these little paths, and you can just place those around. I'm just experimenting with them right here. I've seen some textures look really, really cool with these on there. On the sand, I don't like it quite as much, but I went with it. It looks kind of cool coming over the cobble at least. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think about it. What else have I done? I think that's most of what I did in the stream, other than I've been starting to get in. You'll see if you remember, all my Tinker's Construct stuff was right here in the last episode. It is now gone. Let's just hop down here. And oh, these things right here, by the way, these are super cool. These are jagged ladders. They're like a trap door, but if you look real close, you can see the ladder texture in the middle. These are from open blocks. I don't remember what the pattern is. Let's have a look here. Jagged. No. What? Jaded. It's a jaded ladder. My bad. Okay. Jaded ladder. The pattern is, okay, you just mix a ladder with a trapdoor and you get a jaded ladder, and what it does is it acts just like a trapdoor, right? It also acts just like a ladder. You can climb up and down it, which is awesome. So I'm using that to cover the floor here. And this is the area our turtle dug out. I'm going to have it keep going down so we can have some other kind of things below it, but we're putting in a floor right here. Now what I've got going on, this is basalt. It's found just like marble. Like this stuff right here is the marble. You find this randomly, you get it just like stone. It kind of has like a cobbled version. You cook it, you get the stone version again, which is this, or you can just silk touch it. Then you can make it into bricks. The basalt is just like this marble, except it's found right above bedrock. A few layers above bedrock, you get a whole bunch of this stuff. And we need to farm a bunch more, but I'm gonna take it all the way around. This whole room is gonna have this basalt brick wall and then have little things built into it. This is my Tinker's Construct smeltery, and it's hard to see, but if you look really close, this brick and this brick are slightly different. This one has a little bit more texture. It's hard to tell. Do I have any more down here anywhere? I can make one. Let's see. Give me 4 of those. If I put them right next to each other, you might be able to see the difference. Let's do that. You can kind of see there. Let me put a light for effect. This one's a little bit darker. This is the seared brick from Tinker's Construct. This is the basalt brick. They look so close together that I thought it would look really cool to just combine them. Don't mind the glitchy textures, that's because I'm still using Optifine. I almost have my new computer picked out. I'm getting ready to order it, and as soon as I do, as soon as it gets here, I'm going to turn off Optifine because of all these little glitches in the textures there. But until then, I just have to deal with it because my stupid computer sucks. So, anyway, I'm going to put that in. The smelteries here, and I just kind of want to go over it. I want to be a little more simple with the mods because I'm just learning the mods as well, and I figure if we learn them together, that benefits everyone. And there's a lot of other people on the server that are already just kind of like, yeah, we do this, and then we're like way advanced, and it's like, what? I missed something. So we are going to do a little something together. I just want to go over the basic components. So the seared brick, you just saw me make one. You just you cook your grout, which is like a mixture of clay, sand, and gravel, and you get this seared brick after you cook it, and you put them together to get these seared bricks, and you make a smeltery out of them by, can I get up here? Yes. You make a 3x3 on the ground, and then you just have to fill in the walls here. The corners don't matter. You can put them there for look if you want, but you don't have to. You can also use this seared glass, which is just a combination of those bricks and glass. You can use those as well to see in, or you can actually store like lava and things in here like a tank. Now, the main component here is our smeltery controller, and our little Tinker's Construct book here, the Mighty Smelting Book, tells us everything we need to know. So if we look in here, for example, this has all the patterns starting here. So this, you combine these, you get your grout, which you cook to get your stone, your seared bricks. There's your brick pattern. Here's your controller. You gotta have a controller. The drain I'll show you as well. You can see though the tanks. This has a couple versions of, there's this seared glass and there's the seared window. Unless I'm wrong, they are exactly the same. They just look different. Someone can correct me if there is something special about them, but I don't know. Then you've got your faucets and your other, just your little pieces here. It shows you how to make everything. It also shows you how to make some blocks that we are not ready to make yet. But you need your controller, and in the same, it doesn't matter where you put it in your smeltery, it just has to be on the same level as your seared tank. And you just put lava in here, and that activates your smeltery controller. I don't have anything to cook on me, but you would just put, like, say an iron ingot would go in here, and you'd see this little bar fill up, and it would melt, and it would appear as molten iron or whatever inside your smeltery. We'll do that in a bit, because we're going to make a sword together today. And yeah, I guess I can just kind of go from there. You've got, these are the drains back here attached to a faucet above a basin. This is where you can make blocks of whatever. We'll get to that sometime, but today we're going to use the other version of this, which is a drain with a faucet and a casting table. So let me take a quick cut, because you can see my smeltery is pretty empty there. I need to go grab some stuff, and we'll get that smelted down, and we'll make all the parts we need to make a new sword. And yeah, let's do that. So give me just a second. Alright, so I've pretty much got what I need. The first thing we're going to do is reload our tank just a little bit here. You can see it in the Walia box at the top there. This tank can hold 4,000, and it only has 900. Each lava bucket adds 1,000, so we can just right click and put the lava into our tank. If we want to cook something, we just come over here to the smelter. You know what, I think, do I have any gold? Oh wow, yeah, I have exactly enough. Okay, I might have to get more gold, I'm not sure. Every cast that we make takes 2. I'm not sure how many we need. But you can just click on whatever one you want, and that'll move it to the bottom. We'll talk more about that in a minute. The first thing we need is we're going to make, let's see, bronze. I have 10 in there already. So the first thing we want to do is make a little more bronze, so I can talk about alloys. This kind of confused me at first, but I figured it out. It's just kind of more automatic than I expected. Alloys here, it's got some patterns to start you off, which are, I just passed them, right here. If you mix, for example, 3 copper and 1 tin, you will get that much in bronze. I don't know if that's true for all of them, but I know that yields 4 bronze. So if we come in here and add 3 copper and 1 tin, when it mixes in here, it will turn into bronze instead of the copper and the tin. You can see there's a little leftover tin right there. There's 4 ingots worth. So if I add in 3, 3, 3, and 3, that'll be 4, you know, like 1 row per 1 tin, and that's going to all then turn into bronze when it mixes in here. So if you have stuff inside of here that you do not want to mix into its alloy, then you can turn it into a block, or you can cast an ingot if you want it in smaller doses, and you can pull it back out and store it without accidentally mixing your things to stuff that you don't want. But I want some bronze in there right now. So you can see I just put the copper in here. These little bars fill up, and whenever they fill up, they'll appear in here. And like I said, it's automatically going to mix. But what I'm going to do is actually, let's throw in a little bit more copper so that you can see the leftover copper. Right now we have the 4 tin, which is going to disappear to mix with all of this, turn into bronze, and then we should end up with 6 copper on top of that. Actually, I think there's 1 copper in there, so we'll actually end up with 7 copper. While we're doing that, we want to get the pieces for our tools. This I didn't have this last episode, actually. I should mention this is a tool forge. It's exactly like the piece we were using previously, this right here. This is what we had. We had the tool station, and you just take that, add some seared bricks and some iron blocks, and you get this. And all it does is allow you to build, in addition to the stuff we could build before, this nicer stuff, which I have here. We're going to check those out real quick at the end of the episode as well. I'm going to just let you build some things that you couldn't build normally. That's all it does. So these nicer stuff, if we want to build out of metal, instead of just coming in here and building the piece, which we're going to do, because what we want, let's build a sword. And what sword do we want? Let's look through. So this is your normal sword. It's I think we made an obsidian one of these last time, but we want something fancier. We've got a long sword, we've got a rapier, a dagger. let's make a cleaver because they're big and intimidating. So what we've got here is these are the heavy tool rod, I think they're called. We've got a plate. I've got castings for those, but I need this, which is looks like the large blade pattern. So if we wanted to make like a stone or the cheaper ones, we would just put the stencil in here with cobble or obsidian is what we used last time, for example. And we'd pull this piece out, and then we would actually craft with this. But in order to use metal, what we first do is we take a non-wooden version, because wood will burn, so I just, stone's nice and easy. You just right click it into the casting table here, and above the casting table we have a smeltery drain and a faucet. So what we need to do is come over to our controller, which we can now see there's a bunch of bronze in there, and our 7 leftover copper, and all the tin is gone. We want to make sure the gold is on the bottom, and we need at least 2 ingots. There's 2 right there, so we're good. If it wasn't, you would just click on it. I can actually show you that. If you click on like the copper, you see it moves to the bottom. Click on the little tiny gold line there. There we go. And then you just right click on your faucet, and it will pour around the stone and form. And now if we right click that, we have a large blade cast. If we pull the stone piece out, we can just put that away. And you can see right here it takes 8. So we just right click that back in without the stone in it. We make sure the material we want is on the bottom. I actually want to I think we're going to make an iron blade just for fun. So we should melt down the iron first. It needs 8 ingots, so we'll let that cook. Okay, 8 of those. And while that's cooking, let me take the other pieces. We needed a large plate and the tough rod cast. That's what they're called, tough rods. Yeah, instead of tool rods. So we're just going to put that there. We'll just use bronze for these little pieces. I'll put bronze on the bottom. And we needed, let's see, 2 of these, right? For cleaver. Yeah, we need 2 of those, a blade and a plate. Okay. So we'll just right click on that. You can see now it's going to pour the bronze into the casting table there and form. And if we right click that, we get a bronze tough rod. Just right click one more time because we need 2 of those. And that gives us our second one. Pull this plate out, put that away. Now we need a plate, which we'll just put in there. Again, just right click. Should have plenty of copper, right? Yeah, or bronze, I mean, sorry. And that will give us, it takes a little longer because it's 8 instead of 2. There we go. Now we have our bronze large plate. Put the plate cast away. And now, if we put this back in, let's see how our iron's doing. It's almost done cooking. We can put these pieces in. These tables are nice. They're nice to you. They'll let you put the pieces in like that, and then you can actually close it, and they stick around. I haven't looked a lot into it yet, so I need to learn more. But depending on what types of items you put in here, they have different durability, different damage, different speeds. They can mine at different levels, things like that. There it reds there. Now that's our iron. Don't ask me why white iron turns red, but whatever. Just go with it. So now we're going to right click our iron into our casting table and wait for it. There we go. Now we have our blade. So we come in here and we put our cleaver blade right here. You can see that gives it like a dual color. That's kind of cool. That actually looks pretty sweet. Apparently it deals 6 damage versus our stone sword says 5. I don't know. That's 6 hearts. 5 damage is 2.5 hearts, right? I think that's right. 2193 durability versus 131. Wow, that's going to last a lot longer. Excellent. And it's even reinforced 1, which reinforced is like unbreaking. And you can see stone sword does 5, our cleaver does 11. So that hits a lot harder, and it's going to last a lot longer. And it looks like a candy bar or something. That's gonna make me hungry. It swings slow. Wah, wah. Alright, let's go find something to use it on. I also need to show you the hammer and the lumber axe that I made while streaming this week, so we can show you. I made those basically just the exact same way we made the sword. Let me show you how awesome they are and find a mob to smack with this cleaver. Let's see. I fell off the stairs. So first, I don't see any mobs, but we'll come over here. This came from my brief nether excursion. This is just like, it's dark wood. It grows like a tiny oak tree or a short birch tree. So check this out. This should be 3 or 4 blocks tall on the log there. If I chop off the log, this lumber axe chops down like the whole tree. It has a cap on how many logs it can eventually knock down. But yeah, I can show you on a bigger tree as well. I'll try to, got at least one sapling there. Alright, that's good. Replant that tree. Here's a zombie. Alright, let's see. See how this does. Oh, more than half his life in one hit. Nice. We're doing all right now. Now this is going to show its durability. I guess that must divide that. So it's actually a little weaker durability wise than just a regular stone sword. I'm going to have to make better materials next time. Now let me show you on this oak tree right here. Get wrecked, zombie. Ooh, you dropped a zombie head. I'll take that. So you can see on this bigger oak tree, it'll be easier to see if I chop down this. The whole tree falls down. Super great. It's awesome. I've been using it on like these great wood trees because they're these big, huge trees and they have all these crazy branches and you just chop them down and go. It's great. Also, let's go look at the hammer now real fast before we finish up today. And then I've got mining to do because I need to get better stuff so that I can get nicer stuff than bronze. We can get moving up in the world. I also need a bunch of diamonds and I want to go to the nether, farm more glowstone so that I can make lanterns and stuff. We'll go down here into the mine. I think we had this done last time, so I think you've seen the stairs already. But I've added on a branch mine. And if we come down here, if we go to the left, I'm pretty sure we saw this last time. Right around here is that big ravine right here. And I've been just mining little things out of it, getting my lava. I didn't think about it and I covered all this up with obsidian and then now I need all the lava. So I've got like a hole over there that I'm getting it from underneath, but I kind of regret filling it all in. Oh well. But if we come this other direction, let me show you what this hammer does. It's like a sweet pick, basically. So there's a shovel version of this as well. I don't have one yet, but it does the exact same thing, just the shovel digs through sand, dirt, gravel, and the hammer digs through stone and ores and things like that. So if you mine out this middle block, it mines 3 by 3 around it. It's great. So I've just been branch mining like this. I need to get the I keep running into these big blobs of sand, so I really need to get the version of the shovel version. I'll have to go do that in a little while. But I think that is about all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please leave me comments on what other things you would like me to do in this mod pack. If you have anything specific you'd like to see. Again, if you're curious about the exact mods that are in this mod pack, follow the Technic link in the description to the Technic site. Even if you're not interested in playing it, it does have a list of all the mods that are in it on that page so you can see what we're using. Also, let me know what you think of the house so far. If you have any suggestions for the house. There are so many skeletons following me right now. And now they're all shooting each other. Except for the zombie. Let's see, this one's still shooting me. Get wrecked, Skelly. Uh-oh. I have armor now, by the way. I'm gonna die anyway. Any more? Anybody else? Okay. Alright. So yeah, any suggestions on the house? If there's anything you want to see me do, if there's anything you like about it so far, let me know what you think of how it's coming out. Come take a look again here. And I think that's going to do it for me today, so make sure you check out everyone else who's playing on the server. And go away, spider. Shh, die. Die. And have a good week, everyone. I will see you all right back here next Thursday, same time. Bye-bye. Oh, I almost forgot. Had this little prank here. Oh, snap, would you look at that? I seem to have bled all over your base. Just couldn't stop the blood, but I knew you could. Have fun. Enjoy, heart, Mr. Lazy Miners. I cleaned that prank up on a stream. He had placed blood water everywhere, so if you want to see what this is about, make sure you check out the link to a Twitch highlight on that, and I will also link his setup video, so check out both of those links in the video description.